Hi guys, welcome to this omnistudio mini project hands-on series video number 3. And in this video we're gonna see how we can launch this particular Omniscript from utility bar and the record base. But before that, let me revise the things quickly. We actually had some issue in the previous video. We have shown that we get this if we select some other account. Let's say we have select the Gene Point account and we select the opportunity, we are getting this error. But let me select something else. If I click on get contact, it says please fix the fields with errors. We actually don't need this error, right? So let me see if I can select the Burlington text and corporate of America again. I have selected the correct account and correct opportunity, but if I click, I am still getting the error. So let's fix this quickly and we'll dive into the next part. So for that, you can come to this integration procedure. There is something called validation required, so you can make the validation request to none. So now let's preview it. So let's select an account and then select this opportunity. We are getting the contacts. Let me select another communication. So it says there is an error. Okay, let me switch back and let me select Burlington Textiles Corp of America again. If I click on get contacts, it should not give me the pop-up again and it should validate it. So it has been validated and the error has been gone. So this Omniscript has been working fine. The next thing is that we are missing another thing. So this integration procedure and the step, let's change the name to success. And after this, we are also going to let the user navigate to that particular opportunity. So for that, we are going to use something called navigate action. I'll rename it to nav to navigation to opportunity, right? And the button, this is not required. Page reference type, we require this. The object API name should be opportunity. The target parameters we don't need. In the record ID, we don't need context ID. Instead, we need the opportunity ID, right? We need this particular thing. Let's do that. Object API record ID should be this. So there is also something called replace. I want you to play around with this, but let's not select this one for this time. So there is also something called account ID and the default value it is coming as context ID. Let's make it as formula as well, because this account ID is the account ID in the real time. So I'll copy this, and in the account ID, instead of this, I'm gonna give this FRML account ID. And I think we are done with this. So let's activate this Omniscript and let's go to the setup. I have another tab open here. I'll just click on setup. Let it be getting activated in the meantime. So if I gonna create a utility bar like this, so we have to create a utility bar in this particular application. So we have done this in OmniStudio console. Let's do it for the sales console. So for that, I'll click on App Manager. I'll come here. Then let's go to sales console. I'll come here. I'll click on edit. It is taking some time. Let's wait. You can see something called utility items is over here. So if I'm gonna add a new utility item, I can do that using this as well. So let's wait for the custom components to be reloaded. And in the meantime, let's check if it has been activated or not. Yes, it has been activated. Now you can see there is something called velocity LWC Omniscript wrapper. So I'm gonna select this one. Now let's configure it. I'm rename it to create contact role. Icon, we can, this is fallback, but we can choose any other icon. Let me select this one. The panel, we can also change it. Start automatically will start it automatically whenever the page loads. That's fine. The layout, there are two types, lightning and new port. Let me select new port. And the second thing, omniscript name. If I click on this icon here, it says namespace colon type subtype language. So for us the namespace should be C, and the type and subtype, it should be, type should be sample. Let me copy, and then subtype should be opti contact role. Paste that here as well. Then the language is English. Paste that over here as well. Okay, so I think that's all. I'm gonna click on save, and I think we are done. We don't need to do anything. Let's go to sales console. I have the sales console here. We don't have something called create opportunity contact role. Let me refresh it to see if I am able to see that utility bar over here or not. Okay, if you see, I can already see this create contact role, and it does not matter if I am over here or here, right? We should be able to launch it. So it's actually trying to launch an Omniscript for us. So here I'm gonna select the account and select the opportunity, and if I see, click on get contacts, it's letting me get the contacts. And we have selected this for age, right? So let me select an contact role and let me click on next. It says success, roles have been added to opportunity successfully. And if I gonna click on next, it should actually navigate me to the opportunity record, or at least show this opportunity record over here. So let me click on next. So you can see the new opportunity tab has been loaded. This has been completed, so let's minimize it. So if I gonna click here contact roles, I can see the contact role is over here. So we have successfully launched this from the utility bar. Let's close this and let's try to launch it from this record page. So for that, I am clicking on this gear icon and I'll click on edit object, right? So I'll close the other tabs. This is sales console, edit object. So first thing, we are gonna create a button, and it should be a new button or link, right? Let it be loaded. So I'll name it as create role, and the display type I'll select as detail page button, and we are gonna give the URL over here. So to give the URL, I'll come over this Omniscript designer. I'll click on how to launch, and if I scroll down for the lightning and new port, there are different URLs. Let me copy this URL for new port. I'll copy this and let me come over here. So actually we don't need to give this thing. We only need from lightning, so that it will be dynamic for us if we migrate it to next sandbox or next UAT orgs. So let me delete this. So there is something called layout tab icon, and if we want to add something else, we can again write and if we want the parameter, let's say we want the context ID, that should be the account ID. I'll write C followed by two underscores, then I'll write context ID equals to, then I'll select a merge field. So I'll select the account ID, so it's already selected. And let's say if I want to add another parameter, I also write and I'll write C followed by two underscores. If I am gonna give tab label, right, I'm gonna give it like create role. So that's, I think we are pretty much done with this button. We have given the context ID and we've given the tab label. Let me quickly save it. So we have created a button, but we have to also add it to the layouts. So I'll come to here to know which layout I am. So I'll come to this sales console and this particular Acme record. I'll click on edit page, and in the meantime let's click on the page layouts over here as well. So there are four layouts. I'm not sure which layout I should add it. So it takes some times. So let it be loaded. Let's click on this detail. I think this should pretty much give me the layout. Yeah, it's giving the record detail. Let me click on highlight panel otherwise. Alright, so it gives me the highlight panel. Assign compact layouts. It says account layout. So from here I'll go to this account layout. I'll go to mobile and lightning actions. We can see our create role has been here. So we'll drag this create role to here, right? And what I'll do, I'll quickly save it, and I'm gonna click back. I am not gonna change anything. Now the page is refreshed, so you can see that the create role has been there, right? So let's click on it to see what happens. I'm clicking on this create role, right? So here there is something called Acme, and if I select the opportunities, we can see there is already some validation rel is there. So we need to fix this error. And the second thing is that the tab level is coming as it is. We also want to fix that as well. So let me go to the buttons, and in the meanwhile, since it will take some time to deactivate, let me click on deactivate, and let's go to create URL. I think I have done some typo over here, so let's see. Tab level, yeah, right, I have done a typo. I'll, if as tab level, I'll save it. It's deactivated. Now we are gonna show this message if the opportunity is false and context ID is not equals to null. So if there is any context ID, we are not gonna show this. Context ID does not equals to blank. No, it should be only when context ID is equals to blank, right? So that's it, I think. And also let's this time click on replace. Actually I'll let it up to you guys to play around with this. So I'll click on activate version, and let's verify this once again. So we'll show this message only when there is valid opportunity is false, but apart from that the context ID should not be present. So if the context ID is there, we are not gonna show it. And select account should be this. Let's see. Yeah, we have been successfully able to pre-populate this account. We are hiding this button, and for this create contact role the button was visible. So let me activate this version, and I'll come to here. I'll do one thing, I'll refresh this, and I'll wait for the deployment of LWC to be complete. Alright, it has been activated successfully. Let's come to the here and let's reload this page, and also let me duplicate this so we'll see both of the options. And if I'm gonna click on create role over here, so now I am not seeing this validation message, so I'll be able to select an opportunity, and if I select any opportunity, if I click on next, it's giving a success message, and next it should navigate me to that opportunity page. So let me click on next. So it navigate me to this particular Acme Cloud Kicks, and if I come to contact roles, the two contact roles has been created. And similarly, let's come to here, and if I click on create contact role, I can see the button additionally over here. We'll see as, let me see, we have selected age. Here we have selected Acme. Now let's select age. Let's click on get contacts. It's validating. Let me select a different account. It says error. Let's say select an opportunity related to Dickinson. Let's click on get contacts. The error has been gone. Let's select a contact. Let's click on next. It says success, and if I click on next, it should let me navigate through that opportunity that I have selected. So clicking on next, you see Dickinson mobiles has been there. This has been completed, so let's minimize that. So you can see there has been new contact rules added here as well. So that's pretty much about this mini project. We have learned multiple things. We have learned data after extract and integration procedure, followed by messaging elements, formula elements, and navigation elements. And we have also learned how to make the Omniscript dynamic. We have learned how to launch the Omniscript from the utility bar and also from the record page. So I think that's pretty much all about this mini project. So if you have any questions or comments, please write them down.